Hello YouTube, today is Friday the 4th, I believe, November 4th, and I got a 2003, I believe from 2000 to 2005 or the same. It's a Chevy Impala. I'm going to be installing the factory, an aftermarket radio with the cheap version of the wiring harness, so that way you don't have to spend $139 for it. And in order to do that, you're going to need a couple tools. You will need one of these right there. It's called door removal, plastic door removal. But instead of using that, I use the commercial version. It's this one. This is about 40 bucks. And this one's about $3 at Advanced Auto Part or any part store. They got this for sale pretty cheap. So what I'm going to be doing is you're going to need a 7mm, and you're going to have to remove all of these right here, all of that. And I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit. I'm going to just take a couple of this right there and then pry it out a little bit, see if I can get it out. And you're going to need this out also. So here we go. So I'm on the passenger side, front passenger side. I'm removing this part out. You got 7mm right there, or a Phillips. A Phillips will work, or 7mm. Pop this out, the glove compartment out, and take this one out. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can use a Phillips or a 7mm. So once you get that out, you're gonna pull this out a little bit, because there's a clip right there. Someone broke that already. Kind of pull it out slowly. Make sure you don't pull out more than an inch. What I mean by an inch, let's say if I'm pulling this out right now, I go about 3 inches. I'll break this part right there. That's what a lot of people do. They break that part. So I'm gonna pull it out a little bit, pry it out a little bit like that, and this gonna pop out right there. The key beauty ring, what you call that. Now I'm gonna get that 7mm out right there, or Phillips I should say. I'm using one of this tool. If you don't have the tool, you can always use this bits right there and put it like that, and then use a plier and crimp to it, and then just rotate it. After you rotate it a couple rounds, you can use your hand and kind of move it yourself. But in my part, I'm gonna use this tool. It's called a screwdriver. S-K-E-W drivers. Make things a lot easier. You can get this at Lowe's, or you can buy it online for about 15-20 bucks for the cheap version. The good one, you'll be looking at around 80-90 bucks. What I got. So what I got right now, I got this 2-screw. I'm gonna pull it out a little bit like so, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cheat. I'm not gonna take everything out. I'm gonna remove this Phillips right here. There's three on the radio, one on the right side and the other two. So you gotta be careful though by doing that. The best way to do it is the longer Phillips bits. You can kind of cheat it like this a little bit, but I can't do that. I'm gonna have to cheat a certain way. Let me see what I usually be doing. About like that. So I'm gonna pull it out a little bit, but it's easier to take the whole thing out, but I'm kind of cheap, show you how the cheap way to do it so you don't take forever. Move that out. Gonna just let it drop. Another one on the top. Now it's all out. Use your hand and grab the Phillips. So now you're like a quarter way through. One out, another one in. So I'm gonna do right now is another easier way to do it is pull this, so you can literally put this on the put the key in there. Right there. So now I'll be able to pull it out in an angle to the right angle. Oh, I can't have music in here. So now I'm gonna take the camera. Now you got two plugs and a jacks. So what you want to do, you want to hold your thumb right there, push this in, and then use the other hand and hold the radio and pull it straight out. The same as the other one and the same as antenna, just pull it straight out. Now everything is out. Kind of drop it down right there, the radio. And now I'm ready to do the wiring. In order to do the wiring, usually what I looked at is the, since I'm gonna cheat, as you can see, light blue and dark blue is side to side, not up and down. What I mean by up and down, if this thing is blue is right here and then the light blue is on the bottom of that, that's up and down. This is side by side, horizontal. So what we got right here is we got the side by side speaker. So what I'm gonna do is the harness that I'll be using, I will using RAP-GM-4003. What it does, what I mentioned earlier, if you plugged it in right there, your speaker is side to side right there, horizontal right there, not up and down. So this is the right one to use. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run the accessory wire all the way to the secret lighter plug right here, which is number 10 right there in the middle. If you look at it over here, right there, number 10 would be secret lighter right there, secret and aux. I try to run it to the secret lighter, but for some reason secret lighter staying on constant, so you can't do that. Your radio is staying on all the time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull this wire right here. I'm gonna have to test it, which one is the side that I need to plug to. So you need a plier and pull it out. If you don't have a plier, just shake it up and down, you should be able to get it. So now I'm gonna test which side that I need to plug to. So I'm gonna turn the key on. So the side that the light coming on, I cannot use that side. So I cannot use the bottom side. I have to use this side on the top. Here's how I'm gonna do it. There are two ways of doing it. You can use AAF-1-ATM, which means if you're getting one, just one, but this is 5 coming with 5. What you want to do, you just plug two fuse right there, two 10 amps, plug on here and plug this thing back in like that and run the red wire to the red wire that I ran from the radio to over here. But in my case, I'm just gonna show you an easier way. So I strip the wire about 1 inch and then I wrap the wire like so, and then I'm gonna plug it in on the top like this. The wire gotta be on the top. That way if something happens, it will pop the fuse. Plug it in, push it in, not plug it in. And then, so the wiring that I'm going to be using, as I mentioned earlier, and the radio I'm installing is one of these just the basic Bluetooth, cheap. I think, I'm not sure how much, but probably about 49, 69 bucks. It's XDM27BT. So just keep the radio on one side and just grab the wire that came with the radio and then plug all this color together. So I'm gonna fast forward it, but I'm gonna show you a couple things that we need to plug. The most important part, the rest of them are all the same. Now what you want to do, you don't want to touch the red wire yet. So you definitely gonna need to hook up the blue wire. That's for the amp turn on. because the amp is always in the back. And then I'm gonna hook up the black wire. Now if you have the TV or something, you need to hook up the usually it'll be the light green or the brown wire for the brake bypass. But a certain car you cannot do that. You gotta have another kind of bypass. It's called TRIG, Trick 1, made by Axis. So for the wiring, I got the brown. I'm gonna hook up the start. You can start any way you want. Hooking up the gray wire, which is the left, the right side speakers, right front, I should say. And you want to make sure that there's no wire coming out here. There's no bare wire, or you call it copper wire, copper sticking out. So hooking up the purple wire. This process usually take about an hour, half an hour to an hour, depending on how you do it and how you want to, how fast you want to go. I usually take about 30 minutes, but as far as videotape and everything else, it probably take a little bit longer. So I didn't mention about what color is what. So anything with the black, let's say it's white black, you want to hook it up to the white and black also. You don't want to hook up to the opposite side. That means you're gonna have a short somewhere. Since you got the positive and negative wrong, the speaker ain't gonna sound right. So one of them gonna move forward, the other one's gonna move backward. It's gonna make your sounds distorted. You don't want distortion. So you want to make sure the white go to the white, the solid white go to solid white, the one with the black go with the one with the black. Simple as that. So now I got a couple more wires to do. And yes, this video is going to be a little bit long because I kind of take about 3 minutes to explain how to crimp everything. Now if you're using the black tape, make sure you tape it really good. Make sure you kind of pull it, make sure it's not coming out when you pull it, because a lot of time people it's not taped right. And then there on my other video I show how to tape it, the correct way of taping those wires so it don't just come straight out. But I'm basically got maybe I'm basically done. So I'm not gonna use this wire right there, okay? All this wire I'm gonna pull it out. Usually I don't, but in this process I rather do that. And I just crimp and this red wire right here because I don't need it. That's the red wire for the plug. Now you will need this red wire from the radio, so that way you connect it with the wire that I ran earlier from the cigarette lighter. So I'm gonna use the crimp cap right there, butt connector. I get confused with butt connector and crimp cap all the time. I guess crimp cap because it's got a cap, and then butt connector, it's got two sides, so it's confusing sometimes, but I know what it is. So now I can plug the radio and then it should work. But in order to do that, I need to figure out what color the wire is. What kind of mounting kit you will need. So I'm gonna look up the mounting kit. I'm gonna take the radio and look at it. I know exactly what it is. So this is a double din. So I'm looking for a 95 model, dash model to put it. So for the don't worry about this price. Price can be a little bit cheaper, but for the mounting kit you will need 95 2001. Now for the, I took it out from the back. There's gonna be a couple screws that you'll need. Usually they give you the screw that came with it like this. I'm gonna break this 2 clip out, remove this part, the beauty ring from the old one. A lot of radio doesn't come with like that, but this one does. So you have to remove that out, and this one you'll see DDXR, it means it's a right side. So you want to plug on the right side. Now it's go one way. If it doesn't fit, that means it's not the right way. It's got the long side and the short side. As you can see, if you install it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But the part is a right side. You want to flip it my way, this way, and you want to put the right side, which is the single side. This is a double side, and put the screw. Start using a Phillips. And look for that screw right there. Oh, moving. So I'm gonna take this. Looking for a Phillips. You can use a hand Phillips, or you can use. I'm gonna show you the hand Phillips part. Make it easy because my Phillips is in the car. See, sometimes you cannot, it's, as you can see right here, it's not aligned. So what you can do, if it's not aligned that good, I'm gonna just push it. Every radio is a little bit different. What you wanna do, if that's the case, you wanna take one of the bit and make a hole. Oh, actually it's too big. A bit right there. Depending on what size your radio is. Oh, got a customer just pulling in. What's up? Be right with you in a minute, buddy.
Okay.
I'm videoing.
Videoing?
Yep. So as I mentioned earlier, you can make it work like that. Just move it. You can't hurt it, so.
Two more. Yeah. She don't know what's going on, she said. She said she don't know if he's wrong in cavities or biologically or something. Chemistry, whatever, or if
trying to find a hole.
drinking a lot of milk and juice. Can't have it. Chocolate milk.
As you can see, the hole that I made.
She said, you know, past sugar, man, I told you you're high tension. She said, tell me what to do.
Tighten it. All you need is one side. You don't need double side. So as long as it look like that, and you're ready to plug the wire in, and it shouldn't come out, as you can see right there. So let me take care of my customer real quick. Well, I want to explain it again since I already hooked up. I know it works. So this blue wire right there, it's connect to the one right next to the red. Or you can take that blue wire or the blue and white from your radio to the white wire right here. See the white next to the gray? That white wire right there. So connect that, you'll get your amp to turn on. If not, you got no sound. So now I slide it from the right side going in there. I'm gonna put all the screw back in. So now you have it. Just put everything back, turn the radio on. Take a couple seconds, should coming on right there.